Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing first play is Herbert. That's complete. Lambert Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Chargers.
On the ground, this is Omarion Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Second and 12 at the 50-yard line.
21. Go. Hey, count. 59.
From the 50, here's Herbert. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It's a gain of 34.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
And the Chargers first down.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
Hampton will score. Touchdown, Chargers. So the watch is officially on now. That ties him with Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander for 2nd place all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And, partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people in the NFL.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The city just made a sweep with the diabetic. They mouth full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Welcome New Orleans with the LA.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start on the ground with Brooks. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They've said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Davis now to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Herbert. He'll dump this off to Hampton, complete. And he gets gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
Go. 5-9. 12.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball player.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, Herbert on third down. That is caught. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
17 yards. And the Chargers first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Chargers.
In motion goes the tight end. On first down, it's Hampton. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Chargers.
Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Here's Herbert. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and goal, Los Angeles.
Now Herbert going to change the look. Hampton going to try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Second and goal at the Chiefs' 4-yard line.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they come up now, second and goal.
Set. 380. Ready.
They'll try again. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown.
Los Angeles.
Omarion Hampton with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first and 10, it's Brooks. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up second and 1. The Chiefs had 10-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Kind of an odd schedule this year. These two teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the Chiefs who got the road victory there, so now looking to claim the season series at home in KC. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And good work there in open space. He's got this all the way down now to the 32. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Finding more on the out route for the completion. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 from the 9.
Yellow. 180.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker to kick off 4 games of shooting.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Herbert. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Black 80, black. Go. Set.
Trying to run for it with Hampton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Los Angeles.
Now it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hampton. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Chargers. Gain of 16 yards. First down, Chargers.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Over the middle and caught by McConkey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up
second down and a yard.
At the Chiefs' 11-yard line.
Set. Leading. Ready.
Give here to Hampton. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm on quarterback Smokey and the Bandit Lair. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Got a man over the middle, Worthy. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Yellow.
Mahomes going to throw. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Now here's Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point by Butker is on target. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Back to throw here, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Shedding the tackle. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw, it's Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air, and the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He gets this to Hampton. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he's got his big tight end here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Here is 3rd and 5.
Let's go.
To the air again, Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Herbert now. That's complete to his running back, Hampton. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
That's another Chargers first down.
They'll work inside here, Hampton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omari and Hampton taking it in from 7 yards away. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. Well, we've seen quarterbacks get away with throwing the ball on the run, no doubt. But this, Charles, I think you'd agree, not the best of throws.
And listen, you're not always going to have a clean pocket to step up with the proper mechanics and deliver the football. I mean, that's a given. But you also have to understand your limits and know what you can get away with and what you can't when you're trying to make a throw like that.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Hampton. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Recovered by the Chiefs.
On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Deion Henley there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Mahomes now to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that's not the way you want to try to establish momentum to have a possible fourth-quarter comeback, because you needed points there, at least something to build on for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
A gain on the play. And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Back to throw. Herbert, he's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Camper.
On the handoff, it's Hampton. 20, 5, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, 45 yards. And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. So it's a high five for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game as he draws ever nearer to potentially making a run at an NFL record. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Kansas City Chiefs.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on Monday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henley. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. 76 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Once again, it's Brooks. Now inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Jonathan Brooks, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with a 2nd score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you've got him in fantasy football.
You always think I just appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
No, you are.
Thanks. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Herbert. He'll try and do this himself. And that is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
This is taken at the 15. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
The Chiefs make over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Elijah Molden. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to Hampton on 1st down. There for the tackle was Trent McDuffie.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Out of the gun, Herbert. To the right side, he finds his receiver Harris. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Chargers 51, Chiefs 20.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of like, oh man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Across midfield and inside the 45. draw with Brooks. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Second and 5. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. They'll get this complete to Worthy. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 19. A gain there of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Mahomes will throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll check this one down to Hampton. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 20. And the Chargers first down.
On the give, this is Hampton. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for L.A., they continue to show they're playoff ready as they move to 13-3 with 1 game remaining. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.